event sponsorship, product placement, and branded entertainment. This is another look in this section at a variety of other advertising tools and promotional endeavors that are available to marketers. So here we are at Part 5, Integrated Brand Promotion, and this is what we're going to talk about in Chapter 15, 16, 17, and 18. We've got 4 chapters here, and then that finishes us up. So the role of sponsorship, product placements. So what's the role? Well, the role is to try to get noticed. And so here's the thing. You, instead of just understanding you've heard of something, you want it to mean something. The brand, the reputation. And this, who and what you may sponsor or where you place products in TV shows or entertainment, that can help solidify that reputation. So, experiential marketing, so event sponsorship. So you sponsor a concert, let's say, or a walk against cancer, or any number of different activities. So here you go. So how do you decide? This is the $20 question. What sponsorships, what events should you sponsor? How do you decide? And what shows or movies or events do you want to place your product so it's prominently viewed so they can see the brand and it helps advertise? How do you decide? There's a simple answer, and that is, which ones do your target market support, watch, place meaning in? So if, for example, this is why you don't want to sponsor events that would be controversial in any way to your target market, or make them feel uncomfortable, or make them wonder what happened to brand XYZ. So sponsorships are just that. It's a vehicle to being associated with the event. So you choose events that matter to your target market. Product placements, how do you decide what shows, what programs, whatever? Well, which ones do your target market watch? Which ones do you want to be associated with? Which is going to help your brand image? And then branded entertainment. Again, what is your target market value? I mean, it's as simple as that, and it's as difficult as that. But that's how you do it. So anybody can use it, quite honestly. It's a little more difficult to measure the effect, but the social responsibility may provide opportunities, but it may just be, oh, that's great, Budweiser did another one, or Coke, or Pepsi, or McDonald's, or whoever. You have to be careful to understand your target market, because this is a means to an end. There you go. So Mazda, all new. So they're sponsoring events, sporting or otherwise, entertainment, product placement, on television, in movies. It can be very powerful. Again, if you ever see a laptop with the logo on the lid covered up with tape or something like that, where it's made to look like something that you don't recognize, that's because they don't do this for free. You've got to pay that program in order to do that. So anytime you hear sponsored by, it's not by chance that those things happen. So video games can be, another area where these can become, very popular. I've seen product placement in podcasts that seem to do very well and raise awareness for sure, especially the more narrow cast. The more you can the more they understand your target market, the better the association's going to be. And this is why you want to be careful who you choose to speak for your organization as a celebrity endorser and things like that. If they do something embarrassing, that could reflect poorly on you, so you got to be very careful who you choose. And then branded entertainment wouldn't exist without the marketer's support. That's absolutely true. Can can be very effective. Monster Energy, they've sponsored a ton of things, like on the race cars and things like that. All possibilities. Coordination challenge. So here's a coordination challenge. The key to success for any campaign are choosing the right set of options to engage a target segment and then coordinating the placement of messages to ensure coherent and timely communication. Integration can fail when no one is clearly accountable for coordinating the campaign. So however you spend your money, it should tell the same story to the same target market, maybe in slightly different ways given the media, but when they say alignment, it's consistent. Okay, it's not. I wonder how they got there. You're probably never, for example, you're probably never going to see Walmart sponsor a professional golf tournament. You might see Rolex or BMW or something on that order because it's a luxury brand. Okay, so again, match the two together. Okay, that's all I'm going to say about that. This is a good opportunity for a lot of advertising understanding and knowledge, and a lot of people make a lot of money doing this. So take care.